Hey everyone, today I'll take you through 7 exercises to target your chest, triceps, and front delts. You can do this workout as written or use some of these exercises in your routine. For my warm-up, I'll usually walk to the gym, which helps get me warm. If I drive, I'll do about 5 easy minutes on the elliptical or the treadmill, just enough to elevate my body temperature. Then I'll do a set of 6 to 8 reps with around 40% of my max. I don't actually get out the calculator, I just go for a weight that feels like I could do 30 reps with. After that, I'll do a set of 1 to 3 reps with about 80% of my max. If I've already done a few exercises, this is the only warm-up I'll do for that exercise. For muscle building, research suggests that even a single, relatively heavy set can provide most of the performance boost of a proper warm-up. We'll start off with 3 sets of 5 to 10 reps on the incline dumbbell press. Set the incline to 30 to 45 degrees to target your upper chest more than a flat press. In fact, the only study we have on pec growth from the 45-degree incline press led to more upper pec growth and similar lower pec growth compared to a flat press. Plus, for most people, building the upper chest enhances their physique and V-taper more than focusing on lower chest. Because of this, I've been focusing more on incline pressing than flat pressing. Muscle fiber orientation suggests tucking your elbows might help, but I personally feel my chest more when I flare my elbows a bit, like in a guillotine press. So, until we actually have research on hypertrophy and the orientation of muscle fibers, I'll stick with what feels best. Instead of bringing the dumbbells straight down, I also like to bring them out a bit more and angle them up so I can get a deeper chest stretch. I personally find that this really lights up my pecs. Alternatively, a nice incline chest press machine can be great too. Next, I'll jump into dips for 3 sets of as many reps as possible, focusing on clean execution and adding reps over time. I take a roughly shoulder width grip and slowly go as deep as I comfortably can. I personally think the dip is just a great overall exercise. If you treat it like a squat, the deeper the better. It can build your upper body just as much as squats build your legs. You can lean forward a bit more for more chest emphasis, or stay a bit more upright to focus on the triceps. I personally like a middle of the road approach. I just try to get as deep of a stretch as possible and let my body position itself. When I first started doing these, I was barely able to get to 90 degrees comfortably. So don't be afraid of starting slow. You'll feel a great stretch in your lower pecs, the lateral and medial head of the triceps, and even your front delts and upper pecs. The hyperextension at the bottom gives a deep front delt stretch, more than any overhead press. That said, when I want a bit less chest, I'll do a seated machine shoulder press instead. If dips bother your joints, try swapping them for deficit push-ups. Next, I'll jump into the behind the back dual cable lateral raise for 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. First, I set the cables at roughly hip height. I bend over slightly, reach behind and across my back to grab one cable, then grab the other. At the bottom, I like to let my arms come across my body slightly for a deeper stretch on the side delts. To really focus on that stretch, I'll also end reps when I reach roughly 90 degrees. A common mistake with these is to bend over and extend the hips or spine on the way up. There's nothing wrong with a little momentum or body English. It probably won't kill your gains or cause injuries, but it does make tracking performance a little bit trickier. If I'm feeling lazy, I'll just do a drop set of dumbbell lateral raises. I don't feel my side delts anywhere near as much, but they'll still be effective. In support of this, a recent study we pre-published found that cable and dumbbell lateral raises led to similar side delt growth. However, we didn't allow the cable condition to have the arm come across the body for a deeper stretch. We only set up the cables for more resistance in the stretch. So, I still think cable lateral raises might be a bit better. Next, I'll move into dumbbell overhead extensions for 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Grab a dumbbell. You can do these seated, but I usually favor standing so I don't need to wait around for a bench. I usually muscle the dumbbell into position, kind of like the Planet Fitness version of an Olympic weightlifter. I keep my elbows high to focus on my triceps. A common mistake is letting them drop, which takes tension off the triceps, especially the long head. Keeping your arm overhead gives a deep stretch to the long head of the triceps, which often gets neglected in compound movements. Unlike the medial and lateral head, the long head extends the shoulder, so it gets neglected during compound movements. I've really noticed a lot more meat hanging off my arms since I've been expanding these. If my joints are acting up, I'll switch to skull overs. They combine shoulder and elbow extension for the long head while being gentler on the joints. Next, I'll wrap up my chest training with 3 sets of 20 to 30 reps of dumbbell flies, which hit both the upper and lower chest. Higher reps aren't magic, but I like adding them at the end of my workouts. Plus, some research suggests that including some higher rep work can help you build more muscle. While keeping my elbows nearly locked out, I bring my arms straight out as deep as I comfortably can. If your biceps start to take over, try bending your elbows. Stacking your elbow and wrist joints at the bottom takes your biceps out of the exercise a lot more. Because dumbbell flies already emphasize the stretch, I like to lean into that even more with 2 tweaks. First, I skip the last 45 degrees at the top, since there's not much resistance there anyways. It just feels smoother that way. I also slow down the eccentric as I reach the bottom, pause briefly, and explode out of the stretch. Besides letting me spend more time in the stretch, this can also be a great way to make this exercise or any other exercise feel nicer on your joints. You could end the workout here, but I like to finish with a superset. 3 sets of 5 to 10 reps on plate neck curls and extensions. You see, the pencil neck scientist allegations were really getting to me, so I've decided to pick up neck training again. And I have to say, it's made a pretty big visual difference within only a few months. I usually wear a beanie for these. Those plate marks on my forehead aren't exactly impressive. For neck curls, I'll place the plate near the seat end of the bench. For neck extensions, I'll place it slightly to the side of the head end of the bench. If this is your first time training your neck, only do 1 set of each exercise. As far as where to put the plate on your head, mid-forehead for curls and the bald spot for extensions works best for me, but you might need to adjust the positioning a bit. Using my hands to keep the plate from sliding around is really helpful. I'll even press my hands into the plate at the bottom to create a bit of extra tension in the stretch. Neck harness curls and extensions are a great alternative if you have a neck harness. Just these 2 neck exercises can target most of the major muscles in your neck. Alright, that's the workout. If you like this workout, you'll love MyoAdapt. MyoAdapt is my training app. It's like having a coach in your pocket. You can use any routine you like, tell MyoAdapt what muscles you'd like to emphasize, and it will create a fully personalized routine that fits within your weekly schedule. My favorite part about MyoAdapt is that it changes up workouts for you so things never get boring, all while making sure you're still progressively overloading. I've been using MyoAdapt for a year now behind the scenes, and I've hit a ton of PRs. The best part? I haven't had to think about my own training at all. Go to myadapt.com now and register to be notified when MyoAdapt is finally available. If you sign up, you'll receive a lifetime discount. All the clothes I wear in these videos are from Rascal Apparel. I love their designs, and I think you will too. More than that, I've never had a piece of clothing tear on me while lifting. Something I can't say about every gym clothing brand out there. I recommend their stuff wholeheartedly. Go to rascalapparel.com and use code WOLFWHILEShopping to save 10% off your order and to support me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.